Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of Sports Freaks Podcast. And after 3 weeks, I am back here in my studio. But today we're going to be talking about Chicago Bears football here. Caleb Williams versus Will Levis on September 8th at noon. Bears and Titans. So as you guys may know, the Bears did go 4-0, undefeated in the preseason. And Williams played 2 preseason games, in which he went 10 for 20 with a total of 170 yards. He averaged 8.5 per completion, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. However, he did rush for a touchdown against the Cincinnati Bengals. And what I saw a lot from Caleb Williams was that he was calm on the pocket. He wasn't, edgy. He wasn't nervous. As opposed to when I saw Fields, is that he held the ball on too long. He felt like he had to play hero, and that's something I feel like that quarterbacks think a lot of, especially young quarterbacks. But obviously you saw in that second preseason game against Cincinnati Bengals 3 consecutive 3-and-outs. But then you saw he got better and better, and obviously you saw that throw to Rome Odunze, and then he went for that rushing touchdown about maybe 2 plays later. But I like how Caleb Williams, he didn't look nervous, and obviously you saw the Hard Knocks episode where he's like, I don't feel nervous, and but his competition in week 1 would be against Will Levis and Tennessee Titans, and the Titans, who have a lot of question marks coming in, a lot of question marks specifically on the defense, specifically with the receivers. Obviously they have Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins as their weapons on offense. They did add some weapons on defense, like L'Jarius Sneed, especially specifically in the secondary. They did add some linebackers. They got, I think, Ernest Jones, if I'm saying that right, from the Rams. But this is going to be a very interesting Titans team to watch. One of my favorite headlines to see, though, from this game is Jaylon Johnson versus DeAndre Hopkins. Now, DeAndre Hopkins, it's very interesting about him because he's coming off right now a knee injury. Because I believe he got injured either in the preseason or he got injured during training camp. But here's Will Levis' stats from this past preseason. 11 of 13, 153 yards, no touchdowns, and no picks. He had a 1-yard rushing touchdown on the preseason opening win against the San Francisco 49ers. So I think this is the guy, Will Levis, from what we all talked about, is that he had a really nice second half of the season. Kind of like the Bears defense, where the Bears defense, they started off terrible in those first 4 to 5 weeks. But then they got Montez Sweat and things changed. Now, let's be fair though, the Bears did not face the best competition, especially at the quarterback position. Now, I'm not saying this is a bad defense or this is a fraud defense. I'm just saying it's like, hey, you're going up against some pretty good quarterbacks this year for the Bears defense, like Jared Goff, like Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, and who knows, Will Levis might have some effect against them. They did add Tony Pollard in the backfield from Dallas, who had a 1,000-yard rushing season. So again, this is going to be a very interesting game here between the Bears and Titans. However, I have our Chicago Bears winning by a score of I'm gonna say 24-17. I feel like the Bears, they had the more proven talent. I feel like the Titans just have a lot of old talent, like DeAndre Hopkins. Calvin Ridley, I just feel like he doesn't have that same effect that he did with Atlanta. But I don't know, I feel like the Bears, you look at especially at the defense, I feel like Jaylon Johnson is going to beat DeAndre Hopkins in those matchups. I think Jaquan Brisker and Tyreek Stevenson, I think Tyreek Stevenson is going to have a huge breakout season. And I feel like also this is also a very weak Tennessee Titans offensive line, and this is a very strong Bears defensive line. With Montez Sweat getting in there. But I think that the Bears do win 24-17 over the Tennessee Titans. And they'll go 1-0 to begin the 2024-2025 NFL season. We'll see you guys in the next one.